Sci-Fi Channel Sci-Fi Friday segment on March 19th, 1999. At 8 p.m. EST. As the network's anchor series. The Jim Henson Company is credited with the many alien looks, makeup and prosthetics to regular characters on the show. The animatronic puppets Rigel and Pilot were entirely Henson Creature Shop creations. Although the series was planned for 5 seasons, it was abruptly cancelled after production had ended on its 4th season, thus finishing the series on a cliffhanger. Co-producer Brian Henson later secured the rights to Farscape, a new for a 3-hour miniseries. Farscape, The Peacekeeper Wars, which Henson himself directed. In 2007, it was announced that the creator was returning for a web series, though production has been repeatedly delayed. In December 2008, a comic book miniseries was released. In continuity with both the television show and the potential online series, it was announced that the creator was returning for a web series, though production has been repeatedly delayed. In December 2008, a comic book miniseries was released. Farscape is an Australian-American science fiction television series conceived by Rodney S. O'Bannon and produced by the Jim Henson Company and Hallmark Entertainment, originally for the Nine Network.
I can't believe I found you here. I can't believe I found you here. I can't believe I found you here with the memorandums. I can't.
It's so dense. There's so much going on in every frame.
There's one I was confused by. I'm trying to figure out what it was.
Let's take a look
I
again.
can't believe I found you here. I can't believe I found you here. I can't believe I found you here with the memorandums.
So yeah, who's under the Carmen Sandiego next to Peter Q. Bach? Like it looks like.
Let's see.
I can't believe I found you here. I can't believe I found you here. I can't.
The blue person, the
Yeah,
green,
like,
with the head
all-
back.
What is that?
That's Anton Chekhov, Missy's character in Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay, got it. Okay, I wanted to make sure that is
Not Anton Chekhov.
That-
Yeah, Anton Chekhov. Yeah.
okay. That is not with the missing with the former randoms content.
No, neither is this.
Right, that's true.
This is. So is this. And this. And this.
Schmitty B.
And so-
We did get some cat script. Do you now, I guess, listen into the script readings now that you have gone off the hook to one?
Not all of them yet.
Not all
I
of them
need to
yet.
go back. And because I think we were I think I was off the hook at a craft fair when one of them recently happened.
Gotcha. So did you miss the one this last Saturday? Yeah, this last Saturday, right?
Oh yeah, no, we were at a party. That's when intern Forrest was just dressed as a mime.
Right. That
And
makes
so
sense.
we didn't get to watch A New Hope or
Well, I mean,
McClunky
it's-
Treasure Island.
It's on VOD. You can watch it.
And it'll be on YouTube soon.
And I mean, maybe. I mean, it might be on YouTube. You never know.
Maybe.
It might not be on YouTube.
But I have to watch Revenge of the Sith, Attack of the Clones, and the Phantom Menace first to get the context.
Well, yeah, you will be completely lost.
I don't know what happens in those
though.
reads.
Just a general remembering of watching the script readings and not watching the movies. The third one, I think, is the first one. Episode 3 is the first one where you're like, wow, this is actually like a pretty simple and easy to follow, quick story to kind of tell.
That makes sense.
Where the first one is like, this is long. There's a lot of stuff here I do not remember.
Oh, there's so much going on. I mean, there's the Senate.
There's the Senate. There's all about the Senate.
There's a lot of Tatooine content around the pod race.
So much. Oh yeah, the pod race is so much.
Anakin and Shmi belonging to Watto, and Qui-Gon trying to buy them, but it not working, and then trying to bribe Watto, and that not working, and then trying to mind trick Watto, and that not working. There's
a lot that happens.
And then why he can't just escape, because they'll blow you up. Boom!
This is true. That's very wizard of you.
That's so wizard. You know who else is pretty wizard? Caro!
Hey!
Who is on mute? Oh, hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Is there an echo?
No, we hear you.
No.
You're good.
Oh, good. You guys said Anton Chekhov earlier, and I know who that is. It's the Chekhov who had the gun. But every time I hear the name, I think of Anton Yelchin, who played Chekhov.
Me too.
Yes,
okay,
I
great.
as well. When you said Chekhov, I'm like, of course. You mean the lovable character in Star Trek?
Yeah,
They say Anton, and you're like, that's still Chekhov. I still get it.
Well, I also thought of it as like the like you're saying, like anti-Chekhov. Like it was
like the antimatter.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, Intern Forrest definitely thought of had to make sure he didn't call the character Anton Yelchin many times.
It's an easy mistake to make.
Yeah. And you know what else is an easy mistake to make? Drafting too many things to fit in a bracket.
Drafting too many items with a weird number of people, with an odd number of people. You know, we probably really should have made sure we got, I guess, one. Well, we wouldn't want to have one less person, but I guess maybe we should have had
an even number.
Yeah, or at least an even number,
or less rounds. Yeah,
we have a bonus one, right?
We have more than
each
one.
Get 3 and 1 bonus.
Oh, is that what we're going with? Is we each get? Is that what we decided? Because that would make it so much easier for me.
Then yes, that's what we decided. Because there were 5 of us, so we each get 3 and then a bonus. And we don't know what the bonus is. Maybe it's randomly selected.
Well, here's the other thing: is it looks like what it's. I'm trying to. What?
We also need to make sure we rotate who is pitted against each other for the different.
Oh, that part.
I don't know how
easy.
we seed them.
There we go. Okay, that helps.
Looks good.
This double-sided.
If you say so.
I don't have a strong opinion. Feel free to
it
do
doesn't
whatever's
really
easiest.
help at all, actually.
It's worse.
It's
the
very
same.
confused.
It still has, because with 20 we get the situation where you've got brackets. I'm gonna go back to that one so it's easier to see.
But like if you do 16, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, 16 is.
I see what you mean. So to get the 16, we pull 3 from the 5 people.
Yeah.
And then one extra one.
We have maybe one that we all agree on. One that's like.
Oh.
Or the chat picks it or something.
Yeah,
yes.
I like that. I like the chat.
The chat gets to pick any of the remaining ones that have not been
or one that we did pick. They can pick from one of the ones we picked we didn't want.
Yeah. Any from the remaining the bottom, how many we doing? The bottom
84. 85.
Yeah, we do need a weird bird sounds bracket.
That's true.
We're not doing it, but no, right now today we're doing a bracket of the drafts we drafted last week.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can do a bird sounds bracket.
Bracket out the. No, never mind.
What?
For a second, I thought we were gonna have a winning draft full of draft.
How meta can we make it?
And then bracket those remaining.
Oh, draft our winning drafts.
Draft our winning drafts into one draft, and then bracket from that. No, then we're yeah. That's
It's too confusing.
it's too confusing, but is it more scientifically accurate?
Maybe, yeah.
It could easily
we
be.
should see
we
them.
thought it was easiest.
But how? Yeah, I think we could do what's easiest and then see how that goes.
Yeah.
So, here for everyone who wants to watch along at home is the Google Sheet that has everything, and then here it is for all of you as well.
Great.
In the private chat.
Oh, put some secrets in the private chat. I've always wanted to see a secret.
Secrets.
It
Put some blind items in the private chat, but make them not blind.
And now other people can only view, so only I can edit the sheet. But what we have first, let's take a look at what we have in what we all drafted. Blog drafted. Who? That's just not what we're doing today. I agree we should do a bird sound draft, but that's not what we're doing today.
Well, I mean, unless should bird sound draft be the 16th?
Oh yeah. Oh, bird sound as the 16th would be fun.
We could do that.
Yeah, it would work. But Blog last week drafted Beam Me Up Drafty, the SNL Characters Draft, the Muppet Movie Draft, the Sitcom Family Draft, the Gethardverse Draft, the Tuvix Draft, the Law & Order Draft, the James Bond Draft, the Fast Food Avengers, the Droids Draft a la House of R, the Box Show Draft, and the Friends of Jersey Dave, a collaborative draft.
That's strong.
Caro drafted Sandwich Draft, GLTS Draft, CISO Draft, Cartoon Sitcom Draft, Potato Dish Draft, Draft Horse Draft, make a team of horses, Draft Punk, which was an electronic and punk show, Pot Up the Jams, an All That Draft, Gas Station Snacks Draft, a Podcast Draft, and a Thunder Draft for Marvel villains. Argyle drafted a Muppet Show Draft, a Fellowship of the Draft, Lord of the Rings, Pantheon of Gods Draft, Dystopian Fiction Fighter Squad Draft, Musical Theater Draft, the Danny Draft Veto, Draft Punk Alt, drafting French people to wear helmets, a Horror Movie Draft, a Queer Anthems Draft, a Web 1.0 Draft, a Rude Word Draft, and a Redacted Draft. You know what it means.
We all know what it means.
Lena drafted an MCU Draft, a 90s movie draft, the alternate Oscars of draft, a Star Wars draft where you make a Star Wars movie, a Saturday morning draft, one live action show, mostly cartoons, a franchise restaurant draft, collaborative, a draft like beer, an LXG draft, a mall draft, a poke draft, a YouTube/web series draft, and a reality show draft. And I drafted, to me, my X draft, comics amalgam draft where you make new characters by mixing together comic book characters, a theme park draft where you make a land and have to make a theme that unifies it all, the Star Wars Masters of Turiskazi draft where you make a sequel to the fighting game, Gilligan's Island draft, Build a Wrestling PPV draft, Wacky Races draft, Batman movie draft a la House of R, Taco Bell draft, Super Smash draft, the Draft Kings draft where you drafted kings, and then the Bill and Ted draft. What the heck was that? Yeah, you draft your favorite kings. Okay. And then the Bill and Ted draft. And so I guess in part we have to talk about the ground rules. Are we only picking from ours?
And that's what I thought.
No. We're including everyone else. We're this is a bracket that of all.
Well, Lena is here, so she could pick hers. Right?
Lena isn't like super available right now, but maybe available later. So I
mean, this is be really easy. I feel like we just go. The first three we picked were the first. Were the ones we wanted.
Oh, that's an interesting point. Yeah, it's funny. Like that seems like that must be true, and yet when I stare at them, I don't know if it's true.
The first three you wanted to make sure you got.
You would think, right?
But then there's ones we thought of as we went. Like we did. Like DraftKings wasn't on there.
It's also true. There were some ones which were created in the wild.
DraftKings is strong.
And that's why I don't know that I would assume it, because like you're not worried about, like the game theory is you're not worried about ones you're making up on the spot getting picked before you pick it.
You keep them in your pocket because no one's going to pick it.
I wonder if this should be a chat controlled vote where they could choose
I can't do 60 options in a Twitch poll.
No, I mean we could do
You could
like
do 12. Well, no, probably can't do 12 either.
right now we have two separate forms of voting for these candidates.
It's not a coward thing. It's that the button doesn't let me.
It might be a coward thing.
I
I mean,
mean,
I think we could just pick our 3 favorites. Is LG here?
everyone's the three favorites
No,
of
I don't think LG is here either.
Okay. I mean, we could do the first 3
we could
rounds.
do our own 3, and then just the people who aren't here by default, it's their first 3.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, I can only have 5 options in a Twitch poll.
Oh man,
And
so
it's-
close.
Oh wait,
A
did Wiz say
minimum of
something?
2,
Oh,
but up
oh.
to 5.
I thought that Wiz World Live had a suggestion of how to solve our draft problems, but
I
know.
they're
No.
just calling you a coward.
See, this is it. This is what Twitch polls look like on the back end.
So
Question.
we
5.
So we could do a series of Twitch polls of our personal picks.
or we may need to do a series of brackets where we just bracket each person's individually, get their top 3 picks
Hmm,
from that, and then that goes in the real bracket.
that's a lot.
We have sub brackets.
What if we like pick
No, you're
I
not
pick like my
wrong.
favorite 5, and then the chat picks the best 3 of those 5, and then we have 3.
That, I mean, yeah, we could do
Oh.
that.
No, I know this isn't fun at all. Another crazy idea is we could do individual brackets. So each week we do a bracket for a different person's set of
Oh my gosh. I mean, it could be done.
characters. This just goes on for another month or 2. Because we're going into April Madness.
When does Missy come back? How many more weeks do we have to fill?
Soon.
Oh,
Missy's
okay.
back soon.
But we don't need months.
No, we definitely don't need months. But but Missy has said that they hate that they're missing out on this, and if we do 6 more weeks, they aren't missing out on it anymore.
On it.
Mhm.
All jokes aside, I don't think we should actually do that.
That might be too many weeks.
That might,
And too
I
much
don't
of the
know.
same thing.
that might drive us crazy. I think
Well, we could
or
Do it-
here's an idea. We get a
Okay.
groundhog to determine if we should
if we
do
have
it
6 more weeks.
or not.
Yeah. Who has a groundhog?
I mean, I guess I'm the closest. I'm near Pennsylvania, so
Okay, so look, we
fine.
can
I
do a
mean-
12 bracket.
We could also do
To do the
we
individuals.
could each pick 6, and then we'd have 30 plus 2 bonuses is 32.
no, I think this does actually make sense. We do a bracket for each. We could do this all tonight, though. We do a bracket for each person's one to get
Yeah.
a final one that goes into the final bracket.
4, 2. Oh yeah, actually that would
'Cause
wait.
that
Would that
actually
work?
works out.
Well, then
No.
the final 2 of mine would like go into my bracket. A final 3.
Oh, so then we'd have 10. Well, you could do final 2 and a bonus, and then you would have 3. And
Yeah.
then you could do
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, your final
works.
2 and a bonus in case you have one. In
Per
case you feel
person.
like one of your drafts got robbed.
Yeah, they were wronged.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
guess I should do it not starting with mine.
It
we
doesn't
could.
matter. You can do
No,
whatever you
yeah,
want.
we're gonna do all of them. So
Yeah, but it's easier to make to go from top to bottom.
Okay.
So
I
beam me up, drafty. SNL characters draft. The Muppet movie draft.
Does this mean you have to make a poll for every single one of these?
Every matchup, yeah.
Oh wow.
every matchup, okay.
I mean,
All right,
I
Tony,
mean,
You
Oh,
wanted
yeah,
this.
yeah.
I don't know of a better way to do it.
No, I mean they just would be skipping the brackets of each person.
Oh. Yeah, it's going to be a very poll-driven and with the former randoms tonight. So
Mhm.
be sure to keep your Twitch chat open.
Make sure your voter registration is up to date.
And if you're in line, stay in line.
That's right.
Oh man, now I'm kind of scared. I feel like, there are certain one of these I should definitely win.
Well, you can vote too.
Yeah. Oh, I have to get my phone out and vote.
Yeah, get your phone out.
Uh,
No, not a prediction. I want a poll. Your first, so how do you feel about this? You have 4 who are currently not going to be contested in their first round.
what do you mean?
Beat Me Up
It's okay.
Drafty doesn't face anyone. Neither does
Oh,
Sitcom Family
that's
Draft,
fair.
Muppet Movie Draft, or
That's
SNL
fair.
Characters Draft. Are you good with
are all
those
fair.
4?
Yeah.
I mean, if they're the top 4, then it makes
the
sense.
top 4.
You're
love
right.
it. This
Like,
works.
yeah, you're
This
right.
is
They get the
democracy
advantage.
finally, democracy in action. At least somewhere we get
Mhm.
democracy.
Just
Save
a little
it.
bit.
And
Just
then
a little-
start tournament.
Little tiny. Oh no.
I haven't done the poll yet.
Oh, phew.
Hmm.
So first up is
Fast food.
Fast Food Avengers.
I forgot what that was.
So that's like think of the Avengers, but it's like Ronald McDonald. It's like the
Wendy.
hamburger as well, but it's also got like the King.
Yeah,
Wendy's
They
there.
Taco Bell Chihuahua.
You gotta talk
but
about
it is
Chihuahua.
specifically them solving crimes
Oh no.
and helping people. It is them as superheroes is what we decided on versus another mascot draft.
Okay.
Yeah, they're actually solving crimes.
And now how long, I guess a minute is the shortest I can give people to vote. Do we want longer than that?
No.
I can
2
do a
minutes.
minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and 10
There's
minutes.
a delay, and that's okay.
There's a delay, and that's okay. The delay is why I was wondering.
Maybe 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'll do 2 minutes.
Because of the delay.
Thank you for joining on Instagram, Cool But Lame. And here we go. The Twitch poll is live. Vote. Currently, no one has voted. I know. I said currently no one has voted, and from the other room I heard, dude.
That I was gonna really fight for the one I wanted more than the other one, but both of these are fine. Both of these I'm fine with going to the next round.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they are solid choices. That's why I chose them.
That is so not readable.
That's okay.
I added a visualizer of the poll, but currently James Bond Draft is ahead by 1.
Oh boy, come on! We gotta save it from. Oh wait, I was gonna say we gotta save it for Bezos, but here we are on Twitch. So,
Oh no.
oops.
It's a conflict of interest.
Okay, Fast Food Avengers.
I do agree with Liz here.
Oh, did I not activate that? Oh, I will activate that for future ones.
Yeah, because again, it's a little bit of a little bit of democracy because capitalism has taken over democracy. So, yeah.
Yes, your
exactly.
lobbying has worked, Wiz.
I mean, we're really true to the model of democracy that we are familiar with, at least.
I love democracy. I love the republic.
Sure would love to see some someday.
And I guess because you can't use channel points, you're right. This isn't going to change. So this could have been over a lot faster. But
Oh, it still hasn't been 2 minutes. Okay, maybe 2 minutes is a little long.
James Bond Draft wins.
There
Yeah,
you
I
go.
think 1 minute is probably enough because the
Yeah.
lag's probably not.
It's not a
That
minute
long?
long.
Yeah. That
We can
that
always
was a
change
long
it
2
if
minutes.
it's too short.
James Bond Draft is the winner. So it will be
Mhm.
facing off against Beam Me Up Drafty in the next round. Doo-doo. Allow additional votes. And how many Fluval bucks do you think it should be per vote?
50? There's a lot of rounds. We got to consider both
That's
of
true.
us.
One buck, one vote.
Oh,
Okay.
that's a lot. Wow. If
I'm-
people are really committed,
okay.
then they can throw their money in there.
And next up is Gethard versus Draft.
Mm-hmm.
Versus Friends of Jersey Dave.
Oh, wow. Friends versus friends
Collab.
here.
It's collaborative, but I ran out of room to say it.
Oh. Stupid me. I was like, it's over, and I immediately moved my phone.
Okay, relaunch your apps. Get your apps ready. Because here we go in 3, 2, 1, plus the delay. Okay, so now, so far, Friends of Jersey Dave winning. You know, not dominantly or anything, but winning over the Gethardverse. Oh, Gethardverse has taken the lead. Wow, 3-2, 3-2.
Really?
Gethardverse
Really?
taking the lead. What a
Really?
shocking twist. Will the greater Gethardverse win, or will it be the Friends of Jersey Dave? Is the friends we made along the way? Oh, tied!
Oh, it's tied.
Tied!
It's
Tied! Tied! Will
Shocking.
it stay tied, or will one of these take the win? You just used your bucks. Their speech, exactly they are. And the Gethardverse has retaken the lead at 4-3. It's a nail biter. It's still anyone's game as it comes down to the wire. Gethardverse has extended their lead, and the Gethardverse draft moves on.
Oh,
round
Wow.
two.
gonna move it for Jersey Dave right there, right then. But not
Yes, there
enough.
was. WizWorld Live contributed 4 channel points.
Wow, that bribery really worked.
Wiz, Offbeat Valerie, and Blogtoven contributed 12 points.
Oh wow,
11 points total.
That was
And
go.
Emily Pineapple and Plausible Deniability contributed 2 channel points for Friends of Jersey Dave, but it wasn't enough. Because when money is speech, you got to give the most money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's only fair.
So now let's go back here. Gethardverse 1.
Woo!
Say, I know you do,
Say,
Wiz.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have maybe famously in the last couple of years I went from not knowing how to spend Fluval bucks to spending them all the time, and I am constantly down to 0 because I have to build them up for those yakety sacks. Actually, that's not true anymore. Now it's law.
You betray the law!
Oh my
Law.
god, thank you. I was
Says
like,
Plausible
I
Deniability.
thought Fluval just had it ready, but
Nope, I
I
don't have that ready. Also, I'm not
makes the
Fluval.
dream work.
Oh, I mean, I assume Fluval had caused it, even though Fluval's not here.
Oh, that's true. And so the Muppet movie draft goes on, is in round 2 unopposed, which means our next one, and this is going to be a tough one for you, I think,
Hmm.
is Box Show draft
Hmm.
versus Tuvix draft, which is when you make Star Trek hybrid characters.
This is true.
So do you want to hear more about the Box Show where you draft the box based on items in boxes?
That's right.
Or
That's
do
right.
you want a Tuvix draft where you create hybrid Star Trek characters?
Yeah.
Well, let's find out
Have
what
fun.
everyone wants in 3, 2, 1. Looking at the results right now, it's Tuvix draft has taken the lead. So far, Tuvix draft winning unopposed by Box Show draft.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
18-0.
Oh my God,
24-0.
24-0.
No
Oh my
one
God.
wants the Box Show
Oh my
draft.
goodness. Oh, it's a runaway.
Oh, the
It's
Box
a
Show draft has
runaway.
put some points on the board, but it is still a runaway on a
Runaway.
Tuvix draft.
It
People
is-
find it
is
more
outta
entertaining
here.
to watch Star Wars Trek hybrids created than a bunch of inanimate objects picked from a box. The objects we don't even have. Hypothetical references to real inanimate objects.
Yeah, we'll have to. Both candidates.
Well, I
You're
can't
getting
wait to see
destroyed
the
on
breakdown.
all sides.
Wiz contributed 65 channel points to the
Wow,
Tuvix
thanks, Wiz.
draft.
I mean, you were so close. To 60.
Plausible Deniability contributed 12, and Goddamn Emily Pineapple contributed 3, while Wizard World Live contributed 3 to the box show draft.
Oh,
So
wow.
Wiz is the
Wiz.
top donator either way.
Ooh, and then together it was so close to 69. Together it's 68.
Oh, well.
Oh well. Two of Draft moves
mean-
on.
Democracy in action.
It is democracy in action. And democracy will also be in action, of course. In our that's not what I want. Our next one, which is Law and Order Draft versus Droids Draft a la House Savar.
I'll vote for anything with Allah in it.
And what that means is it's just that House of R, the great podcast with Joanne Robinson and Mallory Rubin, did the Droids draft. And so a la House of R just means that we're going to use their categories. And then the Law and Order draft is you make your own Law and Order show by drafting characters from the Law and Order
Each of
franchise.
the Law and Orders.
And we all make a mad dash for Munch.
Oh yeah, you gotta get your Munch.
Gotta get your Munch.
You gotta get your D'Onofrio. You got D'Onofrio and
Chris Maloney?
no, I am
Sam Watterson? I think we
blanking
talked about
on
this
a
exactly last week.
Very obvious, famous name.
Jerry Orbach.
Jerry Orbach.
No, you went Jeff Goldblum. You got Jeff Goldblum and you get D'Onofrio. You get both CIS, criminal intent detectives there as a duo. It's right there. Why would you do any other combination than that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of good people. I mean, that's not the best and only option, but I'm just like, that's what I would do, and I will do, or try to do if this ends up winning.
Well,
the bracket.
Let's see who wins, Law and Order or Star Wars. The draft has begun. So far, Droids Draft is the only one with points on the board, but now it's all tied up. There are two in the polling system. There are two separate but equal options.
Uh-oh.
These are their stories. Dun, 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 dun,
Oh, it doesn't let me do bribery.
It didn't let you do bribery?
No.
Oh no.
Ah!
We have to redo it.
We do. End poll. New poll.
Okay.
Fake poll.
Yeah, that was a test. It shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. it's a Law and Order getting and knowing that it probably has a long shot against anything Star Wars in this crowd.
My speech, says Emily.
Okay, now the redo. A la House R. Well, I can't do House of R because the character limit, so here we go. So this is the new one where you can do this is the bribery redo. Droids Draft is winning. Droids Draft is cleaning up. People don't want propaganda draft.
People don't want D'Onofrio and
No, people are using their channel points to shut down the Law and Order draft.
I was so sure that was gonna win.
Well, you were wrong.
Oh man.
You were wrong.
You could use your channel points.
Nah, that's okay. I
You
gotta
have
say
to
this.
use kind of a lot of them.
Okay. Yeah, it's true. You could save it, but yeah, 14.
I have foolishly spent, tens if not hundreds of thousands of Fluval bucks over the last couple of years, and I've lost all of my profit.
If only that converted to euro currency, Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But there we go. It's essentially over. It's ticking down.
It's
over.
Dead.
Droids Draft a la House of R has defeated Law and Order.
With
Yay.
I guess one single vote of myself for Law and Order.
Yeah. You are the only one who voted, and no one contributed channel points for it.
Not even you, Blog.
Wow.
And I can't see your votes, to be clear. I can see your channel point contributions, but I can't see your votes.
Oh, thank God.
That sounds suspicious. That sounds like someone who can see their people's votes.
This is what I
that's
see.
What it would say.
All I see is your dang channel points.
Sure.
That's all I see. But now we go to the other conference because SNL Characters Draft will be unopposed. Oh no, there is no other conference. We go to round 2.
Round 2, round 2.
In round 2, it's Beam Me Up Drafty versus the James Bond Draft.
Pew pew.
I know what I'd vote for. But what will you vote
also
for?
know what I would vote for.
Well, it's your time to prove it. Because now the vote has begun. Beam Me Up Drafty versus the James Bond Draft. And Beam Me Up Drafty not facing too much resistance from James Bond.
No,
Checks
not
out.
James Bond.
Apparently I can vote in polls too.
Of course, everyone
Did
can
it
vote.
it didn't take the bribe. I can't bribe, but I
Oh,
can
that's
vote.
funny. Phones
I guess
can
that makes
bribe.
sense because I can't spend my points on my own channel.
Oh, okay, that explains it.
But some powerful point contributions here for Beam Me Up Drafty. As we count down 20-0, a complete goose egg for James Bond Draft.
Man.
Honestly,
Honestly,
I think Beam Me Up Drafty could go all the way.
yeah, maybe.
So, goddamn Emily Pineapple contributed 8 channel points, with 2 from Plausible Deniability, 1 from Wizworld Live, and 1 from Offbeat Valerie. Again, no votes, no channel points given to the James Bond Draft. That one is out of here.
Out of here.
Beam Me Up Drafty moves on
Good luck on Amazon.
to round 3. And Jeff Bezos will be firing all of you, much like he got Barbara Broccoli.
Oh my god, I just realized if he actually does anything with James Bond, he's just going to make himself the villain.
Or there will be a nice, noble CEO.
Oh, yeah, no. All of a sudden, it's weird. It's weird that Dr. No is the good guy in this one.
Yeah. There's a great, noble CEO who helps James Bond in his mission. Now, this is round 2 of 2 with the Gethardverse Draft versus the Sitcom Family Draft.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Wow.
Now, the winner of this poll will face off against Beam Me Up Drafty.
Wow. Tough.
So
tough
far,
match.
okay, Sitcom Family Draft. The only one with points on the board so far. 2 points to Sitcom Family Draft. 4-2 now. It's drawing closer between the two, but will the Gethardverse be able to overcome it? Doesn't seem like it. People are spending those channel points to boost up the Sitcom Family Draft and the Gethard Draft. 1 vote is all that separates these two contenders. They're tied.
50-50.
But Sitcom Family Draft surging
man.
in the late polling as it
We're getting those. We're getting those.
yes, we're
Those
getting late returns.
late returns here. They're coming
Mail-in
into the
ballots.
city. You know, there's a higher population over there.
Sorry, Pennsylvania has gone for the Sitcom Family Draft. This is over for the Gethardverse.
Bye, Gethardverse.
Sitcom
that's
Family
well,
Draft
that's
moves
better.
on to face off against Beam Me Up Drafty
That's a tough one.
as we move back to round 2 for the Muppet Movie Draft and the Tuvix Draft.
Oh man, this one. There's gonna be bloodshed on this one. I think there's two. There's 2 wolves, and these are
These are your wolves?
these are everyone's wolves. These are everyone's
Okay.
2 wolves.
Everyone, so Muppet Movie is you make a Muppet movie.
Yeah,
In that,
with one person being themselves and everyone else being Muppets.
exactly, yeah. It's in that meme format versus the Tuvix Draft, which as mentioned is the Star Trek Hybrid Creation Draft. So now let's see who's going to win this in round 2. 2-3. That octopus could win, or those hearts could win, those pride hearts. Let's find out. So far, Tuvix draft just wiping the floor with the Muppet draft.
What a surprise.
It's time to put on makeup. It's time to light the lights. It's time to say goodbye to the Muppets on with the former randoms tonight. Because the Muppet movie draft getting clobbered.
Can't deal with these Elon Musks in the crowd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know these big moneyed fluval buck billionaires are buying the election right here as the Tuvix draft. Oh, there's a surge for the Muppets, but will it be enough?
Dominating.
No.
Oh wow, there is a surge.
Oh, it's not enough. Maybe it will be. Maybe it will be. If they started earlier, they could have done it. Wiz World Live contributed 49 channel points.
Wow.
And now Wiz contributed 55 channel points actually towards the Tuvix draft, while Plausible Deniability contributed 32.
Wow.
For the Muppet movie draft, but it was too late to change the day. So the Tuvix draft moves on, and now we end round 2 with this next draft.
That's why you gotta vote early and vote often.
Absolutely.
That's what they say.
You gotta vote early and vote often.
Let this be a lesson.
I mean, this is probably the most devastating election I can think of in recent times.
I can't think of anything.
I can't think of anything more devastating.
This is the most important election of our lives.
Yeah,
I mean, this next one's pretty important because it's the Droids draft versus the SNL characters draft.
Ooh, wow.
These are two strong contenders.
Yeah, I wonder which way this will go. I actually don't know.
Some would say the Droids draft is the most qualified candidate in draft history.
It's definitely, it's definitely harder to figure out what a character draft is.
But let's find out if you'll even have to figure that out, because the vote has begun with Droids, the only one, tied up 1-1 right now. SNL taking the lead over the Droids by
figure it out
a good amount. Can the Droids overcome it, or is this beyond even their programming? Is this oil bath going to feel so good, or will we be saying, I'm good enough, smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like the SNL character draft?
51-1. What are the different characterizations of characters?
As soon as you said the SNL one would be hard to do, I knew I had to back it. It's more, we have put no thought into what the categories will be.
Yeah. Every single actor who's ever been on Saturday Night Live, and you pick their favorite, their best character.
I mean, I think that you can sort of do some of the archetypes. Because you could have like a category for like physical comedy characters, where it's like Gerald Ford versus Foley.
We can update character.
Yeah.
That's one category I can think of.
Well, I mean, there's that. There's physical comedy. There's like non-human characters in that you got like Triumph the Insult Comic Dog. You've got Ace and Gary. You've got the Muppets.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see if this.
Well, maybe. We'll see if we have to figure it out. Because it could still lose in this draft.
Mean, there's good things in here.
Even though it defeated the Droids draft. So your final four for the blog draft.
I think this is a very good fitting final four.
Oh, yeah. Beam Me Up Drafty. Sitcom Family Draft. The Tuvix draft. And the SNL character draft. Now, you know what's fun? It's taken quite a while to get through this one. Maybe we won't make it through all of them, but maybe there will be a part two.
This will be a cliffhanger.
That would be so funny if we don't make it through all of us today.
We're almost a fifth of the way through.
And we're a quarter through the show. We're halfway through the show, basically.
I mean, we could speed it up. I don't know.
Oh, we could totally speed it up. Round 3-1.
You know what? Maybe we just go like an hour into Grand Trivia to get this important thing figured out.
That isn't going to happen. But now let's vote on Beam Me Up Drafty versus the Sitcom Family Draft. And of course, we should have clarified this earlier, but the Sitcom Family Draft is you're making a sitcom family by drafting sitcom characters.
Yes. Correct.
Your vote begins
Who's
now.
the dad? Who's the mom?
Who's baby? Gotta love them.
Who's the baby? Who's the neighbor?
Who's the wacky neighbor?
Wacky neighbor. Who's the boss?
Yeah. Who's Tony Danza?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, you could pull.
I could.
You could choose Tony Danza.
I could do a multi-Danza draft
You could.
where multiple Tony Danza characters are all a family together. I could do the Ray draft mono.
You could.
My family could be men of a certain Ray. I mean, it doesn't look like I'll have to worry about that
Oh
because
man,
beat
you
me up
could
drafty.
have. You could have Kevin Smith's character from King of Queens, and then you could have
I believe you mean Kevin James.
Kevin James. I always get those two confused.
I could have a multi-Jerry Stiller draft with his King of Queens character and Frank Costanza, or I
Oh,
could have none of
get,
them.
Get all. Oh,
Well,
we'll never have to worry about.
We'll never have to worry about it because Beam Me Up Drafty shockingly has moved on. to the
It's shocking.
finals.
It's spocking.
Who could? It's fascinating.
It's fascinating.
And
But
now,
will it
once
live long and
again,
prosper?
it's Star Trek versus something else.
Something else. Something comedy related.
Yeah, it's Star Trek V-Comedy yet again with Tuvix draft versus SNL characters draft. You
I
can
think
vote.
this-
Now, I will
This
point
might
out,
be a really difficult decision for one of our viewers.
Captain Kirk can be part of both of these drafts because Kirk was an SNL character.
Oh, you could also have William Shatner as host.
And you can have William Shatner as host. So do you want to, you can get Shatner involved either way.
You could have Patrick Stewart introducing the guest.
Yeah. You could have James Thomas Kirker as the Kirk Riker hybrid, who's just the horniest character ever on Star Trek. But Tuvix draft taking the lead by a lot.
Up there,
I think
it's
I
up
know where the
there.
people are putting their channel points. Hello, Missy, for the 3-stream streak. Well, let's see.
Missy.
The winner is the Tuvix draft,
Wow.
with Wizworld Live giving 76 channel points.
That Wizworld gave like 50 points to SNL just to crush it with Tuvix.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I would be shocked. Well, we'll see.
What?
We'll see.
Missy
I'm
has a
just gonna say
question
it.
in the chat.
Oh,
So,
no.
Missy,
oh,
a
no.
Tuvix is,
Oh, no.
I guess, technically a spoiler for Voyager. But there's an episode where you're never watching that. That's true. There's an episode where two Star Trek characters get merged in the transporter, and it's Tuvok and Neelix, so they become Tuvix.
Tuvix.
And so the Tuvix draft is a draft where you make a new
Pick
Star
two
Trek
different
character.
Star Trek characters.
Yeah, by combining two of them.
Tuvix them.
So like you have to and if you draft a combo character, both original characters are gone.
Yes.
So if you made like Picard
Nobody's
and Kirk
gonna
are
know.
gone.
Yeah.
Spovix, Spock and Tuvix are gone.
Yeah. There's endless choices.
Locutus and Janeway.
Ooh, you could do
Yeah, like Cock and Spurk, exactly.
you could do Nick Locarno and Tom Paris.
Yeah, and make it Nick Paris. You could do. You know what? We shouldn't talk about it. We should save that one for the draft because it has moved on over SNL draft. So your final fight in this Blogtoven draft is appropriately
Yes.
Star Trek versus Star Trek.
It is definitely the two things that the only two I think were going to ever possibly make it to the finals.
It looks like goddamn Emily Pineapple is shocked. But it's a Star Trek versus Star Trek draft.
Trek
Yeah, break a leg,
versus-
Missy.
More Star Trek.
But your poll is up now. Who will win the Blogtoven section of the draft? Will it be Beam Me Up Drafty or will it be the Tuvix draft?
It's
Now,
a tough
both
one.
of these will move on
Oh, right. I forgot about
to
that.
the actual bracket.
So what's
Oh,
the point?
So then why are we voting on it?
Because I'm curious to see who wins.
That's true. That's true. We should see who wins, but that's actually really a relief that both of them get to make it to.
Yeah, no, both of these, because the way this will work is the top two of each person's ballots make it to
That does make sense. Yeah.
the draft, and then you get to pick one extra of your own.
Wow. These are amazing rules we came up with. We really did it. We really made much progress
From how we were pre-show. Yeah,
pre-show. We were like, I don't know what the fuck we're doing.
yeah, pre-show. It was, I guess we messed up. Shouldn't have drafted that much. Oh well,
Yeah.
we'll figure it out live on the air, I guess.
I want a tie. Make it a tie.
Oh, so close to a tie.
Dang
The
it.
Tuvix draft with 122 to
Just-
beam me up drafty
Just
with
edged it
121.
over.
Lena the Geth contributed 107
Wow.
Wow,
points.
Lena.
And Goddamn Emily Pineapple contributed 8, and Plausible Deniability gave out 4. Wizworld Live gave 91 to Tuvix.
That's wild. I feel like I clicked way more than.
You did 22 to Tuvix, and then 4 to Beam Me Up Drafty.
Oh, I see.
Yes, 107 to Beam Up Suffering! And if you want to suffer, you should stay tuned after this show for the hot dog draft.
Dog, that dog.
Hot
That diggity
dog!
dog.
Hot...
Is it?
What?
I was gonna make a joke, but it's probably in fact what is gonna happen. So maybe I
What?
shouldn't make a joke.
Mhm.
Okay.
Are they gonna
Don't-
be
don't joke
questions
about democracy.
hot dog, Parish?
No.
Okay. No. Or are you
No.
lying?
I'm not lying.
dog
There are
hunt?
actually no questions about Hot Dog Parish.
Wow. Okay.
It feels
okay.
like an oversight,
definitely feels like an
but
oversight.
I don't have. This is too involved and typing related for me to quickly throw one together.
What about
But maybe
Hot Dog Hunt
Fluval
from
can.
Strange
We'll
New
see.
Worlds?
Maybe Fluval
No.
can.
Maybe Fluval.
Okay,
can.
so then that was our blog bracket where those two Star Trek drafts have in fact won.
Love it.
And then Blog can pick a third one.
And then blog, yeah, you can pick your third one. What would you want as your third draft?
Oh shit.
I'll show everyone.
Yeah.
Your
let's see
draft
what's
What
pick
there
else we
again.
got?
So
There's
your
so
winners
many.
are Beam Me Up Scott. No, now we're doing Caro's drafts next.
Let's see.
You do you we will do it at some point, but we had not. It was not drafted.
Blog could pick that as his
Actually,
third.
maybe that's what redacted draft means.
Yeah, maybe. We don't know. I mean, we do know, but
We
we
know.
can't say.
But, yeah. So blog, what's your third wild card?
I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna set. Ooh, there's two in between. I'm gonna go with. I think it'd be a crime if this one doesn't make it in the bracket. I'm gonna go with Muppet Movie Draft.
Yeah, that's a good one. This is a
Even
strong
though
one.
it lost, right? It lost in its first round.
Yeah.
I think so.
Now, wild card.
It would be fun to talk about.
It's a good one. It would be a really good one to do.
Hmm.
Okay, now we're on to Caro's drafts, which here at Bracket HQ, this cool bracket app I found right before the show.
Everyone give a hand to Bracket HQ.
Your drafts were
Ooh, next year we'll
Yes.
have a bracket on all the different websites you could use to.
the
make
sandwich
that.
draft,
Good
the
idea, Blog.
GLTS draft. I like that blog. The CISO draft, the cartoon sitcom family draft, the potato dish draft, the draft horse draft. Make a team of horses. We know that's what it is. The draft punk,
Hmm?
pot up the jams, the all that draft, the gas station snacks draft, and the podcast draft, and the thunder draft.
I've forgotten what Pod Up the Jams.
It
Oh,
was
it's just
making an
a-
album
Oh, okay. I think the pod confused me because I was saying podcast.
because it was
Ah.
named after the podcast Pot Up the Jam.
Oh.
So he's building a CD by drafting songs in various categories.
I was thinking of Punch Up the Jam, which is also a podcast.
Yeah, it should be Punch Up the Jam. It is Punch Up the Jam, the podcast. Yeah, I don't know why
Yeah.
it became Pot Up the Jam.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I just typed it as Pot Up the Jam and it wasn't.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We may never know.
Man, I don't even have an opinion.
Well, the draft has begun. The poll has not.
Oh no. Oh, it sounds like Cat Draft is taking the lead.
Cat
Yeah,
Draft
I think
taking the
so.
lead.
Oh,
Good job,
so
Amelia.
talkative.
So yes, the first round is about to begin, and it's All That Draft versus the Pump Up the Jams draft,
Oh, okay.
aka Pot Up the Jams, but it's the same thing. It's building. Do you want to build an All That cast or make a new CD?
They're both good.
And they are both good, but All That is leading 4-2.
I'm fine
Both
with
have
either
had
of
channel
these.
points contributed.
Pot up the jam.
Pot it up. Pot it up.
Pot it
Pot
up.
it. Pot up the jam. Pot it up while your feet are potting. Have you heard of cassowaries? Cassowaries?
Oh yeah, I've seen a
Cassowary?
cassowary.
I've drafted a cassowary, or I would in the Weird Bird Sounds draft.
You should. They're scary.
Yeah.
Oh man, number one bird sound.
They're tied, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like they're tied.
It's a tough one. They're both good.
It is a tough one. Oh no, Pump Up the Jams won with a
Okay.
last minute channel point, 9-8.
Wow.
So Pot Up the Jams moves on. I guess All That wasn't all that and a bag of chips.
Oh wow.
As we go to Potato Drift,
Oh man,
Dish
if
Draft.
they both make it, then it would be all that and a bag of chips with
That's
With
true.
potatoes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good point. Where's potatoes and molasses?
They don't have internet right now.
Oh no.
Void and Potatoes Molasses will be without internet for days.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, I was gonna say that's tragic, but it kind of sounds like a blessing.
Yeah, we learned that yesterday, which is why Void wasn't here for Games Out of Space,
Oh,
the
no.
Tuesday game show. And so we played Civilization instead and created a religion called Fluvalism.
Nice.
But here, round 2 is about to start with the Potato Dish draft versus Thunder Draft Asterisk, which is for a villainous
Also-
Marvel team.
I didn't know he
Mhm.
wasn't going to be available, but in honor of Void, I unintentionally wore this shirt.
Oh!
Wow.
From the games.
Yeah, he designed this one.
That's a nice one.
That's a great one.
I
Love
like-
it.
It's like you can wear that in public. People will be like, "Oh, I get it."
Do they get it?
I don't know. They would
Or
say that
they'd be like,
get
I
it,
guess
though.
that's for like a band or a podcast. I don't know.
I mean, that's what I always assume.
I definitely, whenever I see a shirt I don't understand, go, I bet it's for a podcast.
It's often for a podcast. The thing
and
about
anytime
podcasts.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was saying the thing about podcast inside jokes are that like the ones for my podcast are really good, and the ones for podcasts I don't listen to are not good. And that's one thing I know for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, all the podcasts I listen to have the best inside jokes.
They're the kind of inside joke that you could wear anywhere and they would still be good.
Yeah, they're funny even if you don't know the podcast or the context in which it happened.
Exactly.
But, speaking of accessible things, here's your next draft. Potato Dish draft versus the Thunder draft.
It's a controversial draft.
Are you building a potato dish or are you building a villainous Marvel team?
I will be back. My phone is literally at 1%.
Well, plug it in.
Oh no, blog.
Plug it in, plug it in.
Do you think that the Marvel movie Thunder, I've forgotten the name, is going to be good?
No. Thunderbolts,
yeah,
maybe.
that's what I saw
No,
someone on
it
Tumblr
looks
be
pretty
like
promising.
really excited about it, and I was like, my soul is dead, and I'm not excited for anything. But I hope it's good. They're like, in this one, they're going to give Bucky Barnes a character arc, and I'm like, I'll believe it when I see it. Oh, Wiz says it looks like the worst Marvel movie I've ever seen.
It doesn't.
Oh.
Really the worst?
What about the new
What about Eternals?
Captain America? That one was
What
pretty
about
bad.
Howard the Duck?
What about Howard the Duck?
Okay, so the winner of this one is Potato Juice Draft with 83% of the vote, 20 vote. Wizworld contributed 14 channel points, and Lena the Geth contributed 2. Lena also contributed 2.
Yeah, that's a good point,
Oh,
Wiz.
that seems okay. If that's what you mean by worst, then I sort of get it.
Yeah, I do sort of get it.
Much like I sort of get the Potato Dish Draft defeated the Thunder Draft. Well, that happened. As we now move on to the next stage of round 1 with the podcast draft versus the draft horse draft. And the podcast draft was, I think, just making a podcast network.
Yeah.
It was build a podcast network by drafting a varied slate of podcasts. Whereas the draft horse draft is making a team of horses.
It can be real horses. It can be fictional horses. It can be brand new horses. Any horses.
And now the draft has begun. Will you draft? Oh yeah, they are leaning into that with the marketing of everyone who worked on this as a sellout. It's a choice.
Oh yeah, that's true. That was kind of funny.
Because there's a bunch of A24 related people involved.
I remember when I didn't understand what A24 was, and now they're everywhere.
Oh yeah, they're huge now.
They're huge real
I'm sort of
fast.
surprised that this is how this is breaking down so far.
I
I
don't know
can
enough
only
podcasts
assume
to know
Wizworld
podcasts.
Live. You don't know podcasts?
I only know the one podcast.
The world's
Which
worst
one?
podcast?
No, I guess I do know that one too.
The
Oh, how did this get made?
How did this get made?
Yeah. Do you know draft horses?
Mm-mm.
Well, you're
It's-
gonna because it won. I already know some horses I'm gonna draft.
You know BoJack Horseman.
Yep, he's a big one.
I know Mr. Ed.
What
Oh,
is this?
Mr. Ed. I know the Black Stallion. Black Beauty.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sea
You already said
Biscuit.
Bojack.
Secretariat.
Secretariat. Bojack's mom.
Mm.
Bojack's mom, yeah.
Bojack's father. The failed novelist.
Hollyhock.
Hollyhock.
Hollyhock. Mm-hmm.
Bill
Horse
the
from Horse
pony
and Bee.
from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bill the pony.
Shadowfax.
Shadowfax. Leader
Shadowfax,
of the
yep.
smart horses. Hohas Equus.
Potes 8 O's.
Oh, Pote 8 Toes, yeah.
Mhm.
Hohas Equus, the X-Wing pilot who looks like a horse.
That counts. Well, that might be offensive, actually. Hang on. I think we can't say that.
Well, if Bojack can be a horse.
But Bojack is a horse.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know. I have to ask. I don't want to be culturally
Yeah,
insensitive to
Hohas
his.
Equus isn't always driven as looking like a horse head.
I mean, his name is Equus, which is a little
Yeah.
bit.
Well,
Maybe
also,
also
sometimes he's
offensive.
drawn as literally being a horse head
Oh no.
on an X-Wing pilot body.
Well,
Like
The horse from The Godfather.
this.
horse from The Godfather would be a dangerous draft pick, but yeah.
And look at this. That's a horse. That's just
I mean,
a horse.
it's a good point.
But sometimes he's drawn looking like this. And it's like, that's
Oh,
not a
no.
horse.
Hohas Equus.
Hohas
Oh, I didn't think it
Runt
was called like
Equus.
that.
But, where's the other? There we go.
Ooh.
See, but you got, like, this is my introduction. No, not Race Squadron. This was, oh my god, just show me the
Wikipedia.
damn picture. There we go. This
Oh.
is my
Oh,
introduction
yeah.
to him. Where
That's
it's
a
just
great
horse
photo,
head.
or like a great drawing.
Yeah.
I love
Oh,
it.
it's a photo.
That's a great photo.
Yeah,
It's photorealistic.
yeah.
Oh, it's so cute. Yeah. I would draft him. I don't know if he considers himself a horse or not, but I would draft him.
I don't either. I mean, he might consider himself a snack, though, so maybe he can be in the next draft,
That's a good segue.
which is gas station snacks versus Daft Punk.
Hmm.
And the Daft Punk draft was making an electronic and punk
Wait,
concert.
Well, it's not Daft Punk.
You're right, it's Draft Punk.
Draft Punk.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to make pick the best gas station snacks, or do you want to make an electronic and punk concert? Well, the choice is yours because the poll is live now.
They're very different options.
They are, and so I feel like this is one where you know if you're a gas station snacks or if you're a Draft Punk.
Yes. And I think I may have suggested last week that if gas station snacks wins, maybe we have to go get them.
You did, and I agree.
Oh, well, that's a plus, I think.
I think you have to pick them, and then you have to get them after you've done your drafting and before the next week's show.
That's a good idea. All right.
And I think that's why it's no surprise the gas station snacks draft is. I mean, it's holding a commanding lead despite the low vote total.
Dominating it with 4 votes.
It's a low vote total. Not many, no channel points being donated.
No real
this time.
opinion on this one.
People have an opinion, but they're saving their channel points for controversy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. No Blogtofen donated 1 channel point
Oh, thanks, Blog.
to boost the chances of the gas station snacks draft.
We got to get that gas station snack draft in there.
We got it.
Oh, I hate to tell you, gas station snacks is definitely going to go down next round.
I think it's
Well,
going to
probably.
go all the way.
But what if it's my my bonus, my wild card?
Well, that's true.
Oh,
If it's your
could
wild
be.
card, I mean, that's a great pick for a wild card.
Yeah, I
But in
think
round
so.
2-1,
Very
is
popular wild card too.
sandwich draft versus Pod
Yeah.
Up the Jams.
Which?
Do you want to make a sandwich or do you want to make an album? Vote now.
Hmm.
The choice is yours.
Well,
So every draft I make now, it forces me to spend a Fluval buck for it.
Wait,
uh-oh.
it's forcing you?
Yeah,
It's not supposed to do that.
it's the only way I'm allowed to vote.
Well, it's because you're not a person anymore.
Is it forcing all of you to do that?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Because I can just vote.
I was able to do so until like the last question, and now it won't. let
No
me.
no force here.
Only mind tricks.
Only mind tricks. Sandwich draft taking the lead pretty commandingly, 24-9, 30-10. People really want to make a sandwiches.
They sure do.
Make a sandwiches.
And who can stop
They
them?
really want to make a
I
sandwiches.
want to make it a sandwich.
And the winner is Sandwich
Wow,
Draft with
42.
42. So Sandwich Draft moves on to the next round, and we say goodbye to Pod Up the Jams. At least for now. It could come back. And next up is Potato Dish Draft versus Cartoon Sitcom Family
Interesting.
Draft. And so were we drafting potato dishes?
Yes.
Okay. So you would make a meal out of potato dishes.
Sure.
Like picking a potato appetizer, a potato entree, a potato side, a potato dessert.
That's a lot of potatoes for someone who is famously diabetic.
Hoops all potatoes.
I'm not saying we'd have to eat
Very-
this one.
Okay, great.
Very, very incredibly healthy food,
Yeah,
potatoes.
this one is this one is we don't have to eat it. But let's see if that's even something we have to
But
worry
you do
about
have to go to
because
the gas
round
station
2
to
is
get all of the
starting
potatoes.
now.
I will do the gas station one if
Yes.
it wins.
Cartoon Sitcom Family already has a lead. This might be it for the potato draft.
Yep, I can only
Unless
vote.
someone wants to pump in their
Only vote.
Fluval bucks
Oh no!
to
it's-
defend
it's-
matter consumption, which I think would make Fluval very mad.
People are doing that.
Oh, someone's pumping in their money on Potato Dish, but now Sitcom Family has taken the lead.
It's
How
so
did that
cool.
happen?
Anything could
As
happen.
it's closing up again. It's closing up again. But Cartoon Sitcom Family holding on to the lead. Holding on to the lead. Potato Drift Draft in second. Cartoon Sitcom Family falling behind as the Potatoes have. Oh, now it is a tie game again. Sitcom Family in the lead again. It's a close race. Close race. Who will win this? Sitcom Family. Sitcom Family. Sitcom Family in the lead. Potato Drift Draft in second. Cartoon Sitcom Family. Cartoon Sitcom Family. Sitcom Family. Sitcom
Wow.
Family. Cartoon.
Let
Cartoon.
go.
Cartoon. 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 Hold on. Cartoon. 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 Will Cartoon win? It looks like it. And Cartoon Sitcom Family wins. With 52% of the vote.
That was a close
204
one.
votes. Potato Just Drafts, 48%.
People
189
really
votes. Wizworld Live
did-
contributed 118 channel points
Wow.
to Cartoon Sitcom Family. No, that's incorrect once again. Whom Named Maddie contributed 120 points to Cartoon Sitcom Family. Palatable Deniability contributed 78. Blogtoven
Wow.
contributed 2. Wow. Wizworld Live contributed 131 to the Potato Dish Draft. Goddamn Emily Pineapple contributed 29 to Potato Dish. Opala Koala 21 to Potato Dish. Offbeat Valerie 3 to the Potato Dish. Hello Opala Koala. Hello 1 BBBR. Be sure to stay tuned after this for hot dog trivia.
Hot dog,
But
hot
In that
diggity
round
dog.
of the bracket, Cartoon
we're
Sitcom Family
almost
won.
2/5 of the way.
And so now in this
our
third
bracket.
round of round 2, it's CISO draft versus the Draft Horse draft. And the CISO draft is... What is the CISO draft?
Drafting
Drafting
CISO
CISO
show, I
shows?
assume, or your CISO lineup.
No, you're building a show. In the CISO draft, you're building a show that NBC will cancel prematurely.
That does
And then
sound fun.
coming up with a premise for that show. So you're building a show that could have been on CISO.
You can build a
Like
premise.
your
and you
Debate
can
Wars,
cast it,
You
maybe.
Take My Wife, your UCB show that had George Lucas on it.
I feel like you can do a premise
So
and you
that's
can
what you're doing
pick
for that one.
a cast, and maybe you can either
For
pick
Draft
writers.
Horse Draft, you're building a team of horses, real or fictional. So do people want to build a draft horse team or do they want to build a CISO show? Let's find out. The poll is live. The poll is live. So far, CISO, you get it, is in first. Draft Horse in second. Only one vote in so far for the CISO draft. It's even split now. 1-1, 1-1, 1, 4-2, 4-2, 4-2, 4-2. Take my points and previously my dollars. CISO tied up 4-4, 4-4, 4-8, 4-8, 4-8. And Draft Horse holding on to the lead, galloping on with 19. While the CISO draft, that's a surge right there. CISO draft closing the gap. Closing the gap. The gap continues to close. Will the CISO draft be able to make up its lag before this ends up? I don't know. Draft Horse holding pretty strong, honestly.
You could.
The gap is growing again as Draft Horse is probably moving on to the next round. Oh, it's definitely going to be Draft Horse moving on to the next round. Say good night, CISO. Once again, you didn't have enough support to live.
Of course, you could make your CISO draft full of horses.
I can't hear you, Blog. You're not muted.
Of course,
I
you
think
could
maybe-
make all of your CISO picks horses.
Yeah, I can't hear you at all.
See, I can hear you, Blog. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So
I don't think Phony can
No?
hear me either.
Can you hear Caro?
I'm talking, Phony.
no,
can you
I hear
me?
my rings though. So you hear him?
Yeah, I hear Blog. Can you hear me?
So at home you can
I
hear
hear
Blog, and I can't hear Blog.
Caro.
We hear
Well,
Blog.
I'll be right back.
We hear you. We don't hear. We don't. You don't hear Phony. I'm sorry. I'm confused. You don't hear any of us.
I also like that I'm trying to explain this to someone who has already established that they cannot hear me.
I know.
I'm like, oh,
yeah, I
well,
was also
you're-
doing that. I
It's
guess
like
we
he
have
was
to rely on
responding
the
as
chat.
if he could hear us, and he was like, "Yeah."
Well, I was wondering because I think I was talking before, and Phony just kept talking, and I
Yeah,
was
he
like,
just was like, we're
Is it
gonna
me?
power through this. We don't need to listen to
it's
Caro.
not in character for Phony.
StreamYard decided to change all my devices.
Okay, how's it going? Can you hear
I'm
us?
fine now. Yeah, I don't know why it thought I would want to change my devices all of a sudden.
Did you hear a dial tone?
I heard the ring play. It just changed my StreamYard devices and nothing else.
Did you hear the sound of dial-up internet?
No.
Oh, thank God. It could
But-
have been worse.
Well, let's see who won this draft, I guess, huh?
Okay.
It was none other than the Draft Horse draft with 117 to 105 from the CISO draft. So the Draft Horse moves on to the semifinals. What will join it there? Will it be Gas Station Snacks draft or the GLTS draft?
Ooh.
I think I know,
I think I know, but I don't know.
but I don't know. Let's find out. Will Wiz sink countless Fluval bucks to cause an upset? Will someone else? We'll see. Right now, it is 1-1. It is tied. Bing bong. Bee bong. Dong. That's right. GLTS draft in the lead with 7. Oh,
I was really impressed with Phony's impression.
yeah. Thank you. I spent a long time doing it. Oh, gas station. Will the gas station snacks defeat
wow.
the boys?
Oh,
We
you're
have to
doing so bad.
go to our new surprise guest with their reaction to this shocking development. It's Lena the Geth.
Hello.
Hello.
What do we got here? All right. Gas station is kicking butt.
Yeah. Yeah, gas station beating the GLTS drafts. And of course, the GLTS draft was building an episode of GLTS, but gas station snacks has won.
Wow.
Wow, what an upset.
Is that what you
What?
expected, Phony?
No.
Oh yeah. Well,
So
there you go.
Phony,
Very
you can
powerful.
see when somebody has spent where someone has spent their Fluval bucks.
Yeah.
Whereas like when I'm watching at home, I can see who spent a lot, but I can't see where they spent
Yeah,
it.
like I can see that Wizworld Live spent 90 on gas station snacks draft, while 1BBBR spent 72 on GLTS.
Oh no.
Oh, we tried.
Hello, Maddie's kid. I'm
so
Phony.
it's-
I'm
Hello,
a phone.
Maddie's kid.
But
So
the
I'm no
question
longer-
is,
Hello, Maddie.
like, when will Wizworld Live run out of Fluval bucks?
Is this kind of a clicker game? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good question.
So good news, I can now vote without it taking away a Fluval buck.
Yeah.
But I can't get rid of the you're going to spend a Fluval buck notification.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah. So I'm like, and I'm like, look, no, I don't want to see this anymore. And I click it. And it's like,
You must see it.
Wiz is down to 20.2K.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
in
So
the
he'll
room.
be fine unless he decides to really go crazy in this next round. Sandwich draft versus exactly. Yeah, it's only one. Round 3-1 is sandwich draft versus cartoon sitcom family draft. Well, let's see. Do you want to build a sandwich or do you want to draft sitcom characters from cartoons to make a cartoon sitcom family? The poll is live. And I mean, will it be consuming matter or will entertainment win the day? Right
I mean-
here.
I can see it going either way.
It's close. It's close. Sandwich Draft has had a consistent lead, but not a very wide lead. Now it's getting a little wider. Oh, now it's narrower again. Narrow, wide, narrow, wide. And 1BBBR likes your Challenger shirt, Lena the Geth.
Thank you.
Okay, so it's looking like, Cartoon Sitcom Family has taken the lead and supplanted the Sandwich Draft with 156 to 170 to 159. Whoa, Sandwich Draft has retaken the lead. Oh, so a Sitcom Family tied. Oh, Sandwich Draft. Oh boy, at the very end, the Sandwich Draft seems to have taken the lead and it wins.
Wow.
It wins. A Whom Named
Wow.
Maddie contributed
close.
160 channel points.
Wow, that was close.
That was a very close one, but the Sandwich Draft moves on to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what will face it? Will it be a Draft Horse draft or the Dark Horse of the Gas Station Snacks draft?
It's gonna
Yeah,
be worse either
it's-
way.
I'm not typing. I'm typing regular speed, and it's mad at me.
Yeah, no, it gets mad. That's what happens. Now, will someone be mad about this poll? We have to find out. Go, go, go. It's live. Vote, vote,
Yeah.
vote. Draft Horse Draft, where you draft a team of horses, or Gas Station Snacks Draft, where you draft your favorite gas station snacks.
They're both very strong.
They are, and these will be one of these. Sandwich Draft and one of these will be in the bracket,
Nice.
the real bracket, the final.
I mean, if it's sandwich and snacks, that those go pretty well together.
Mm-hmm.
But is a sandwich snacks,
Maybe.
or is a
Could be.
sandwich a meal?
Could be either, I think.
Where's the meal
What
snack
about,
line?
what about finger sandwiches? Finger sandwiches could be snacks.
What about
depends on
Oreos and other
what time
sandwich
of day it
cookies?
is.
That's also true. There are sandwiches which are snacks.
What about ice cream sandwiches?
That's a snack.
Yeah, that's a snack.
That's a snack, and you can get them at gas stations.
true.
Interesting.
Not only, but you can. And gas station snacks goes to the
Yeah.
finals. It's very
Yeah.
interesting to me that you and Blog both have had a single theme that unifies your finalists.
That's right.
Hmm.
And then of course you get to choose your wild card.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now this final round for the Caro draft is sandwich draft versus gas station snacks draft. Let's see who wins. The poll is live. Vote to determine the winner. Both will make it. Why am I doing this one? Both will make it to the bracket.
Consider the one that
For the
wins in
glory.
our hearts.
Yeah, to determine who's winning the hearts of everyone who's here now. Because it'll be interesting to see if that correlates with their performance in the final.
I think I might suggest that in the actual draft we make the cost of bribery higher.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe like 10 or 20 or I don't know.
I mean, I
Something
can
reasonable.
change it up now.
No, it's okay. I mean, unless people want to.
Because it would
Although,
be funny to just change the
arguably-
rules partway through.
Yeah,
Arguably, making it higher would make Wiz more powerful.
I was gonna say either way, Wiz is equally as powerful.
Yeah, so maybe I take it back. Maybe it's a mistake.
Change mid. Oh, I wish it would let me. You know, I wish it would let me change mid poll.
Oh my god.
But
It's
sandwich
fun.
draft,
10,000.
sandwich
Wow.
draft won. So at least for this one, sandwich draft was the winner.
Yeah,
and
it's true.
We need a wild card now.
Yeah. Now, Carol, what's your wild card?
Oh, can I see the list again?
You can.
Thank you.
And actually, you know what? Let's look at the draft list because that's all the same stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you had your ones that didn't. Well, that doesn't actually work. You had all that draft, pot up the jams, potato dish draft, thunder draft, podcast draft.
Pot up the jams. Pot it.
Pot it
That's
up.
not. Is that what you want?
No.
This isn't as helpful. Let's go to the other view.
I was just singing.
You had
interesting.
sandwich, GLTS, CISO, cartoon sitcom, family draft, potato dish draft, draft horse draft, draft punk, pot up the jams, all that draft, gas station snacks, podcast, and thunder draft.
I mean, I think it would be kind of funny to pick draft horse, so it could be a dark horse.
That would be funny.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that. I feel kind of bad for GLTS draft,
Wow.
but you know what?
can't-
It happens.
I can't believe you would do that to GLTS.
I know that was my second one, but you know what? They don't really do live streams anymore, so take that.
I heard they paint houses now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think just because LG wasn't able to make it, I'll switch to doing yours next, Lena.
Cool.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing. And then we just have to make sure that for the next time that these people who weren't here tonight are here.
Yeah.
Or they can do it, or we can, if they don't want to, we can just do it without them. Next
That's
time
also
if they
true.
can't
They don't.
make it,
We
but-
don't have to enforce.
Okay, so yours are an MCU draft, a 90s movies draft, the alternate Oscars of plop a blank year. The Star Wars draft, where you make a Star Wars movie. The Saturday morning draft, where you build a Saturday morning block. The franchise restaurant draft, which is collaborative. The draft about beer. The LXG draft, like League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Your mall draft. Your Poke draft. Your YouTube / web series draft. And of course, the reality show draft. And so your round one matchup in this Lena bracket will be none other than... These are all strong drafts. Mall draft versus the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Now, who will win? The characters from public domain literature or the mall? Let's find out. So far, 0-0, but that's probably because of the delay. Okay, mall draft. First vote goes to the mall draft. LXG with 0. Oh.
What's also funny is since I'm so used to having a delay,
Yeah.
that when you start talking about polls, I get ready to do it. And I'm surprised that it's in live time because I'm so used to having to be ahead of the delay.
That's true. If we made the cost 5,000 to buy a vote for a couple rounds just to mess with Wiz. But Wiz would never buy in those rounds. He doesn't want to waste his power.
Maybe
Yeah,
he
well, if
would.
it-
I don't know. Maybe it'd be important enough, but maybe not.
Mall draft, holding on. Also, I want to note, Wiz did determine it this time by buying it, but it has not always been the case. Your one BBBR is now refusing to vote more than once.
Yeah, but that's just
Oh.
hurting your own
That
candidates.
just hurts you.
You all have to do crime or it doesn't work.
Exactly. And Wizworld Live did crime with 17 channel points contributed for the mall draft.
There you
And
go.
LXG got 7 from Lena the Geth and 2 from Apala Koala. But nonetheless, mall draft moves
Yeah.
on.
People hate reading, but people love to go sit in a Borders bookstore.
That's true. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
RIP to the LXG.
Yeah.
What about Walden Books? Are Walden Books still
Oh,
around?
yeah.
I remember Walden Books.
I don't think they are, but
I don't think
I do
so.
remember them.
doubt it.
That's sad.
I feel like it's all Barnes and Noble now.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Amazon.
RIP Borders.
Mm-hmm.
But which will we be saying RIP to now? Because it's Saturday morning draft versus reality show draft. And yeah, mall draft is one of those Kevin Smith classics too. Your Saturday morning draft versus reality show.
It has a cameo from all the other drafts that Kevin Smith's been involved
Including
with.
Stan the Man Lee. What do you
I'm
love,
out.
Blog?
I'm just now realizing that both Kevin Smith and Kevin James have mall movies.
Oh, that's
you're right.
interesting.
They're
Wow.
both Kevins and they both have mall movies.
Both have mall movies.
Hmm.
Way different mall movies.
I mean, yeah, no. Paul Blart doesn't have Stan Lee in it.
What if it
That we
did?
know of.
Yeah,
What if it did? What if Bluntman and Chronic were in Paul Blart Mall Cop? Well,
Are there any
120.
other Kevins that have mall movies?
Wow. Okay, does Kevin Bacon have a mall movie?
Can't think of one.
Someone
Nice.
really wants the Saturday morning draft because it's 161 votes to one
Wow.
vote.
I
for
like that they
reality.
just
One.
kept,
Maddie does.
To
They kept
one.
spending.
Whoa.
Wow.
You are right. It is in fact Maddie with 148 channel
That's
points
a close one, yeah.
going to Saturday morning draft and only one vote going for reality show draft.
I feel like we don't have the right people here today for that, and
Hmm.
I'm okay with that.
For Saturday morning draft.
No, I mean like for the votes for reality show draft,
Oh, yeah.
which I don't really care as much about. I just thought it would be fun.
There we go. So Saturday morning draft is the winner, which will face off against the Star Wars draft in the next round. But right now it'll be YouTube and web series draft versus the franchise draft, which was franchise restaurants.
Oh,
believe.
right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
that is-
just
And that is a screen draft style collaborative draft.
yeah.
Wait, is this
So-
a franchise menu draft?
No, all franchise restaurants, and we would come up with like the best like 7 or 12 or whatever.
Got it. Yeah. But you're not taking all of the various.
No,
I guess it would
it's-
be theme park menu draft.
Yeah, it's that we're doing we're together making the list of the best franchise restaurants on this one.
Yeah.
So let's see how that goes against the web series. With so far web series in a lead, but not a commanding lead,
Oh.
but a lead. Will it hold on to that, or will franchise draft collapse? Oh, it's tied up 1-1, 1-1, 3-1. Franchise restaurants 3-1, 2-3. Well, franchise restaurants holding on to their lead, but now YouTube web series has taken the lead, but now they've lost it to franchise restaurants. Will it be high maintenance that wins, or will it be the Denny's where they would go to eat that wins? We got to find out. With 33-26, 33-26, 38-30, 38-30, 44-34. This is a close one. We're staying with about at most a 10-point for the most part, but now we're moving beyond it. Franchise restaurant pulling ahead. Oh, it's closed up. It's tied again.
Well,
YouTube
tie.
web series has taken the lead, and YouTube web series comes from behind to win.
Wow.
And I heard that the people behind that web series weren't even on a Herald team.
Wow.
And nonetheless, they beat the franchise restaurant collaborative draft to go to the next round, where they'll face off against alternate Oscars. But we got one more draft of round one for the draft versus the poke draft.
Draft
Beer?
would also be collaborative because it is beer. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Unless we want to do like, I don't really know categories of beer. I just know which ones I like and which ones I don't.
I know categories, and I can find the categories in terms
Do
of
like
how we would break it up.
Okay,
IPA,
IPA, stout, Radler,
Porter.
porter, lager,
cider.
Cider, yeah.
Sour.
The sour, yeah.
IPA.
There's definitely enough. Brown
The thing-
ale.
The thing for me is that like I feel like
Or just
the IPAs, I will not draft anything in that category is my thing. I'm weird about that. It's like I like the two extremes. It's either it has to be really sweet, like a cider or a barley wine.
Yeah.
Or like dark and creamy.
yeah, or the porter, yeah, or dark and
Right.
creamy, yeah.
I mean, I'm not an IPA person either, so it would be, and that's why that would be a fun one to do, that you can draft in any order you want. But if it's not collaborative, because then you can just sort of not worry about the ones you don't care about. But if it's collaborative, you can also sort of work with the people who have a different preference.
Yeah.
But now let's see, will it be the poke draft or the draft? Let's go. The poll has begun. Vote early and often, because Wiz probably will. Are you going to let Frankie buy this election?
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know. There's only 151 Pokemon.
No, there's not.
Yeah,
That's a lie.
as far as I know, there's only 151 Pokemon.
You don't even know
Blog knows the rap.
Mudkips?
Isn't that one of the original 51? There's
No.
a one. No.
Mudkips was gold and silver.
I feel like Mudkips was a meme at some point, and I don't know how or why.
I heard you like Mudkips was definitely a meme.
That's what it was. Yeah.
But which is Pokemon?
Which
This
one, there's
has
a
been
mud
so
one. Which
close.
one am I thinking? There is an original 151 mud one.
There's like the purple.
The purple one, yeah.
Yeah.
Which one's that one?
Wow. Controversial ending there.
Mud Pokemon. Muck.
Grimer and Muck.
Muck. I'm thinking
Grimer
of
who
Muck.
evolves into Muck.
Muck.
I thought
Honestly,
both
more of
Crew's
my
draft was
candidates
gonna
have
win.
won since I stopped stuffing the battle box. This one, baby BR.
That's funny.
So draft one, that's a shocking twist, I think.
Mm-hmm.
As we move back to if we go to the start of round 2 with an MCU draft versus a mall draft. And the MCU is you're drafting your best MCU movies or your favorite MCU?
It's a team.
It's a team. You're making that's right. That's right. You're making an MCU team, and you'll get an MCU villain and all that. So it's the heroes, not the movies.
People are going to be all over Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind as your draft begins, your poll begins, I should say, with MCU draft versus the mall draft.
I was very surprised. My brother apparently had not watched any of the Netflix Marvel shows, so he started watching the new Daredevil show, and he was like, I don't know any of these people. So he's now in the year 2025 is watching the original Daredevil show for the first time.
I don't think I ever saw Daredevil.
Oh, really?
It's
I
really,
saw Luke
the
Cage.
first season's really good.
Oh, it kind of slaps. Yeah, maybe you should see it.
I want to see it. I mean, I know it's good. I liked Luke Cage season 1 a lot.
You should see it before seeing the new one, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to watch it before the new one for sure. I saw part of Jessica Jones.
Jones. I think Daredevil and Jessica Jones are the strongest ones.
I loved Luke Cage season 1. Well,
Yeah,
no,
Luke
I
Cage
loved
was
the
good
first
too.
half of Luke Cage season 1.
Mm-hmm.
Before you know who
Yeah.
gets
Yeah, because that character was really the propulsion.
I told my brother though. I said you could skip Iron Fist.
Maddie is right. Jessica Jones is very
yeah.
upsetting, but
Yeah.
it is good. It's very upsetting.
But the MCU draft won with 156 votes to the mall draft 1.
Another close one.
Wow, I wonder who voted for Mall Draft.
I guess we're not going to the mall today.
Well,
Guess not.
As we go to the second part of round 2 for...
It was me. I was the one singular Mall Draft voter.
This could be a tough one, this next one. Because what we're looking at here is Star Wars versus the Saturday morning draft.
Oh, wow. Controversial.
So do you want to make a Star War? Or do you want to make a Saturday morning TV block? Well, it's up to you. Vote now. Vote now! VDO as Kingpin is fun.
Mm-hmm.
if we do pick Star Wars draft, I'm kind of tempted to pick Tatiana Maslany as Leia.
Right?
Oh, yeah, she was so good.
The whole cast is so just like I can't wait for
that trio of characters is perfect.
James
Would it surprise
Urbaniak
me?
is does Grand Moff Tarkin, and it's perfect.
Yeah,
He was great.
Yeah,
Dr. Venture himself.
yeah.
Well, Star Wars is losing. Okay, now it's tied up. Star Wars and the Saturday morning draft are completely tied. Star Wars is now winning. Oh, Saturday morning is ahead. Saturday morning's, I think, got it. Unless Star Wars can have a real come from behind victory. But it looks like the Force was not with the Star Wars draft as the Saturday morning draft moves on. And Star Wars becomes nothing
Wow.
but a ghost.
If I
It
didn't
was a
vote,
long time ago.
I didn't vote, it would have been a tie. It's scary. It's crazy.
That's scary.
Whoa.
Scary. It's scary.
Whoa.
And now your next draft is, of course, alternate. Do you want to make a Star War? That is how I should have done it. But do you want the alternate Oscars of blank, blank, blank year versus, or do you want to draft a YouTube and web series? Let's find out with round 2-3, which is live now. Do you want the alternate Oscars of year or a YouTube web series draft? A Force Ghost that appears at the end of the Saturday morning draft. Alternate Oscars of blank or a YouTube web series draft. Alternate Oscars walking away with it so far.
Mm-hmm.
tenfold victory over YouTube or web series.
Take
And
that,
will it
new media.
Yeah, exactly. Hollywood still has a place here.
I guess so.
The movies are beating the content
Mm-hmm.
with 91% of the vote. Your winner is alternate Oscars of blank. Quite a few channel points went into that victory. You love to see it as we say goodbye to the YouTube and web series draft. But we're not done with round 2 yet because we have our final vote of round 2. It's round 2 for Marty Scorsese has never been happier. But will he be happy with this next one when it's the draft versus the 90s movie draft? Let's start that poll because it's time to Pokemon Go to the poll and vote for the draft or the 90s movie draft. So far, 90s movie draft has a commanding lead. Unsurprising, I think. But will it hold? Only time will tell. I only today found out that... Oh, yeah, I saw that. De Niro is doing a movie where he plays 2 different mobsters facing off against each other.
Are they twins?
No,
Oh, I'm confused.
they're not twins at all. They're just 2 different mobsters, and he's not wearing prosthetics to look different.
I don't understand.
He's just like, I will do every movie that is presented to me.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, he's got a new kid. He's got to pay for their college.
I think that that's not a hard thing for him.
Yeah, you might be right. Come to think of it.
Oh, he has a fake nose for... It doesn't look that different from his real nose, though.
No.
One should be
seems
an Irish
silly.
version of him, at least.
The winner of this draft is the 90s, or of this round of vote, I should say, is 90s movie draft. Oop. Moving on to the next round, the draft. Just couldn't hold it. And here's what he looks like in this new movie. Here's both De Niro's.
But why?
They're the same picture.
Why?
I am excited to see this because I could see it doing that, yeah.
I do feel like he's making a record number of movies. I feel like he's in at least like 3 movies a year now, or it feels like.
He has a new... How old is his baby? Maybe he just wants to be out of the house to get some quiet.
I mean, I feel like 3 or something. Pretty young.
Yeah.
Also,
I like
both
that idea.
and Pacino have a really young
Mhm.
infant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so weird.
I mean, it is wild. That kid's not going to remember you. No offense.
I mean, who would expect Shrek?
Yeah. I think the kid is like 2, maybe.
Who will expect Shrek?
Yeah,
He's cute.
Have you seen Pacino's Pacino saying that?
Oh, yeah.
Because I said because he has that because of his
You're right.
his child.
No, you're right. That totally follows. That was just me being confused.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, as everyone immediately thinks Al Pacino, Shrek.
I think about the Game Awards where he was a presenter.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
like now. We've got the MCU draft versus the Saturday morning draft. Will Marvel win the
Controversial.
day? Or will it be one Saturday morning? Let's find
I
out.
remember that.
Vote. Friday has an
This is a
exit
tough
sign.
one.
Does this round? You've got... Does Saturday morning draft have one round to feel real fine? Oh, this is nonsense. If I wasn't on Hotspot, I could have taken that poll. Well,
It
that
happens.
was the breaks. You can still pump your Fluve bucks into who wins.
You can still pump up your jam.
Pump up your jam.
pump
Pump
them
up your
up,
jam
pump
and
them
pump up
up.
your Fluve bucks into the Saturday morning draft or the MCU draft. This round has
Uh-oh.
seen a lot of money flowing in. Wizworld Live and Lena the Geth are our number one donors here, with Wizworld Live having given 95 Fluve bucks.
Wow.
And Lena the Geth giving 136. Lena pumping them into the MCU draft, but nonetheless, the Saturday morning draft won. I care so much less.
Wait, things from the void. I don't know if you saw this, but we can pick a wild card, so maybe
Yeah.
they can still win.
Yeah. That's the two finalists go into the real overall round, and one wild card does as well to make the math work.
Question about the wild card. Where do we?
You
Can we
pick
pick-
from any of your.
I can pick from
drafts.
any of my losers.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, or can you pick one of your winners and they get to be represented?
No.
No.
No, you can
I
pick
mean,
any
you
of your
could pick
losers.
something that wasn't from your draft, just a new idea.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be fine with that if you want to pick something else that's not any of
No one
these.
could stop you.
But okay, so here we go. The final in round 3-2 is alternate Oscars of year to be specified versus the 90s movie draft. So again, is it going to be the Oscars or is it going to be the 90s that emerge triumphant here?
I mean, it could be a 90s movie that won an Oscar.
It could
Could
easily
be a 90s year of Oscars.
It could be.
Could
You
be a
could do an
90s.
Yeah.
alternate 90s Oscars. But here we go.
The alternate Oscars are films that were or performances that were not at all nominated.
You're right. I should redo the poll because you didn't explain it ahead of time.
Sorry.
No. That's on me. I should have set you up for it. I'm going to redo the poll so we can go in knowing what we're looking at here with alternate Oscars of and a 90s movie draft is building a 90s movie slate. But here we
By
go.
genre. Yeah.
Don't
Round-
want to
yeah,
be
by
low
genre.
information voters.
Round 3-2 begins for the first time ever with the alternate Oscars or 90s movie draft. Who will win? Who will win? I mean, so far it's pretty one-sided. With 90s movie draft, the only one to put points on the board. Will some Fluve bucks save the day and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat for old Oscar? Or will
Uh-oh.
we remain totally radical with the 90s emerging victorious? Well, the 90s are getting their own surge of Fluve bucks. So we can't count them out yet. But the winner is none other than the 90s movie draft.
Woo!
Which got 21 got 17 channel points from Lena the Geth, 16 from Plausible Deniability, and 2 from Wizworld Live versus the alternate Oscars, which got 4 from Lena the Geth and 1 from Bootlegged Bart.
Interesting.
And so that moves on. And so your finalists are the 90s movie draft versus the MCU draft. And again, a common theme
theme.
emerges of
Yeah.
movies.
Interesting.
Wow. This is like somehow this become a personality test.
Yeah, and I'm so curious to see if this will carry on with mine
The rest of
or if
I'm
mine are
curious
just
too.
because it easily could. There's common themes throughout Phony's draft. And I'm phony, I am a phone. It's move time. Oh. Well, let's do it because we're running so low on time. I think this will be the last one of the brackets. But
So we got through 60% of them.
But we can also still do who would win this
What?
final round if it was happening today. Who wins this bracket? The MCU
no.
draft or the 90s movie draft? Vote now. Go vote.
Vote for this meaningless vote.
Yeah.
Not meaningless.
Of course, we need a wild card pick.
Yeah, we'll need a wild card pick, but it's not meaningless.
Might be meaningless.
think we've really come up with a good way to diagnose people with something. I don't know what, but we're definitely figuring out how to diagnose people.
I don't think it's meaningless. That's what I'll say.
Okay.
You may dismiss it as meaningless, but I don't think it's meaningless.
Okay.
But now, let's see. The winner would be, if this mattered, because it is meaningless, like you said,
Or is it?
the 90s movie draft. So that means what we're looking at here is '90s movie draft.
Boyd,
And
what was the one that
MCU
you wanted? Oh, sorry.
MCU draft. So now you get to pick one wild card.
I'm just curious which one Boyd wanted to win when they weren't here.
I think it was. I don't know which one. Oh, what was the point split? It was closer. It was 57 to 48. So not like super close, but pretty close. All things considered. But yeah, what would be your wild card?
What's your wild card?
Your drafts are MCU draft, 90s movie draft, alternate Oscars, Star Wars draft, Saturday morning draft, franchise restaurant draft, collaborative, draft, collaborative, LXG draft, mall draft, Poké draft. Huh? A YouTube web series or reality show draft.
You know, I feel like I'm gonna go with one that I feel like a lot of people were passionate with. There was a lot of votes in that Saturday morning versus MCU, so Saturday morning.
Nice, good choice.
Nice. I think that's what people will be excited about.
Mm-hmm.
And so that means we're moving on. What will definitely be in the bracket is Beam Me Up Drafty, Tuvix Draft, and the Muppet Movie Draft, the Sandwich Draft, the Gas Station Snacks Draft, and the Draft Horse Draft, and the 90s Movie Draft, MCU Draft, and the Saturday Morning Draft. And then next week, we'll see what we'll move on from my bracket and LG's bracket.
Sounds good.
Cool.
So it's always nice knowing, well, not next week, actually.
I was going to say, yeah, well, actually.
Because next week will be That Show, hosted by Chris Gethard. So we'll be doing a That Show pre-show, and then Fluval and Emily Pineapple will do a That Show post-show. So it'll be the week after, so you'll be on the edge of your seat.
What show?
That Show. That Show?
Could be any show.
I can't deal.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Oh, funny, could not deal.
We got some good drafts. I think we got through more than I thought. It took so long to get to that. Get the first one through, but we just got two left. So we'll get there. We'll get there just in time for Misty to come back.
Yeah. So for April's That Show, is Gethard doing it twice, or is he just doing it once in LA and then foregoing New York?
He's got two in April.
Wow.
He has the LA one on April 13th and then a New York one later in the month. And his Hawaii show is stand-up, not That Show. So he's going to be a traveling around comic.
Wow. Exciting for Geth.
It's pretty exciting for Geth. That's what I say. What?
He's taking over April.
He is. It's, you've heard of the January man, but he's the April man.
The April Fool.
Yeah, I am, man.
The April Kingpin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, goodbye.
Hello again. Goodbye.
Yeah. I'm not about D'Onofrio. I'm all about the Geth pin, kingpin.
He's my kingpin.
He's my kingpin.
Yeah. Get it trending. Get hashtag not my kingpin trending.
Not mine. He's also my sheriff.
He's my sheriff and my kingpin, which some might say is a conflict of interest. But I would say no.
No. Just no.
I don't think so.
And Fluval's always right.
Of course I'm always right.
So tell us, what have we learned from this bracket of brackets?
Sa.
I think we've learned that we can determine people's personalities through a series of 12 drafts that we draft, and then we bracket off into to 3 finalists.
Okay, so like a better personality test. I like that.
Yeah, that was what emerged.
Money is good for voting.
Yeah, we learned that Citizens United was justified.
It sounds like without money, can there even really be a democracy?
I don't think so. And if you agree, go to patreon.com/radiofreemultiverse and show your voice by giving us money. I didn't learn that whiz. My option lost, and I'm sitting on 200k flu bucks. Right, you're sitting on them. You should spend them.
Exactly.
You
Those
need
are
to
your
spend
speech.
them.
At 219k. I had
Yeah.
222, I think, before.
You could have bought 200,000 votes.
Yeah.
But
How much
did
speech
you?
is that?
Were you
That's
a
wild.
visionary enough to buy that many? No.
No. But we do need to forgive them because their internet is no longer
And you
working.
get there
Fluval
by
bucks, or maybe
getting
I just use Yakety Sax too much.
Well, and you get there by having a 100 stream streak.
Wow.
Because Void has an over 100 stream
I
streak.
haven't been investing in this
My
dangerous Fluval bucks economy.
Internet is down. I tried to spend them. Yeah, it's true. When Twitch dies, you won't be able to take it with you. You have to use real money for YouTube super chats.
Yeah, you should have used your Fluval bucks to buy more internet.
Oh, I'm sure they would have taken that.
They would have taken
Yeah,
that.
they would absolutely have taken Fluval bucks. I'm sure.
What else? They're
wouldn't
taking
they?
other things?
They're taking Bitcoin. They're taking souls.
Exactly. They're taking meme coins.
Exactly.
But
Meme
not
coins,
Fluval bucks isn't
souls.
a meme coin. It's real currency.
That is true.
If
It's
you're a
the
subscriber to the
realest.
channel, you get more bucks. too.
Yeah.
Precisely.
The more you watch, the higher you earn.
Yeah.
The higher
Poor
you earn,
Void.
the more you can get away with.
And speaking of what you can get away with, I think it's time for us to hear your final words.
Yes, Blogthoven. What are your final words?
Live long in Tuvix.
Live long,
long
and
and
Tuvix,
Tuvix.
says Blogthoven.
We love that.
Caro, what are your final words?
A hot dog is a sandwich.
Oh,
Whoa.
that's fighting final words.
A hot take to go out on. Lena.
You know, people say you squeeze blood out of a stone. We're squeezing drafts out of a stone.
Yo!
For all these weeks.
We sure are. One more, even more drafts.
Yeah.
Drafts, drafts,
Drafts, drafts, drafts, drafts, drafts, drafts, drafts, drafts, drafts, drafts, drafts, drafts, drafts, drafts.